Let us start, please. I'm going to start with these key problems. What exactly is happening with flexibility? And what can we say and how can we stop? How can we position within us, working as we do in this, as we do within? Essentially remotely and longer, elongating the stop, the selfish nature. It's perhaps best an override, perhaps a complete disregard. And now the young with us, and that's a lot, and more beyond us. I'm feeling pretty confused, so stop. It's natural, the state of it is confusing. Let's begin with the great divide. Zebras with white stripes, cows with black patches. Let's ask the country, that seems great. We were going to ask you to raise your hand if you were born outside of the UK.
That is a very fair point. It is critical that we recognize that in the event of, it is important to pay proper respect, to get things in proportion. It is always important to, while also applying the correct analytical tools to intellectually consistent positions. Stretching. Flexing. Transgressing. Feel-good routines. In the event of, however, there will be 100% checks on live animal export. They have been described as unicorns. We will expand the definition. The official position is to chase a whole carnival of zebras, cows, and unicorns across the European plain. It is always important to. So what specific preparations have been made? Let's ask the country. That seems great.
Ideologically, over the world remains. The first great body, a kind of shape. The agreement was real, but no one remained, like the likelihood of independence, the unbearable theme returning on us. The river is understandable, a mountain range with greatness. And so come as the legislators, the game undone at the thread. Who makes a fact harnessed, remaining, and then gets too fractional? It's flat, and I can't decline. Decide on this or any election is about no stop. Us up here, too skewed, need to send it wide, a little wider. Now we are wild reformed. We were going to ask you if you have worked in the EU.
I fear you may well be right. We need a great and glorious truth. Deep words with no substance. Now is the chance to deliver. It is always important to. A way that delivers for every citizen. An ambitious time scale, like a mountain or a river. The choice is between those two things, the past or the future. The present is in between, too radical to be called the middle. I will vote against it. Enough is enough. The people have spoken. Poetry has to be this.
I've been saying this for quite some time now. Let's leave that there. It's the island of Ireland. We will be leaving reality. You need to check your, okay, but this is bound up. Legally binding is not leaving. It's leaping, and that is understandable. That's a lot longer, and so there's no deal now. Does that mean never deal? No, stop now. The laws, and the rights, and the thread. A kind of continent we can continue with. A new deadline looms, softer and slower, a little wider, like call the whole thing off. The detail is in the groundswell. Revoked overlines. Shift your party position. We were going to ask you if you would like to leave the UK.
We will certainly continue to be strong, get a degree of latitude, speak with one voice, and that does not happen very often. Here is a lesson. Politics is about each and every one of us taking. We need to find that purpose. Unicorns and other childish antiques, like the government. To deal or no deal. That is the or who do we hold to account for the. Think of Larry, the cat. But would you like to leave the UK? So hold this piece of paper up against, and you may see the way. Thank you.